wrestling fans? Today we're going Knuckle Crunchers. Today we're going to rank and review The Rock's Final Boss microphone playset for your Knuckle Crunchers collection. We're going to use our advanced metric system and give it a ranking score and let you know, is this a must-have, must-add figure playset for your Knuckle Crunchers collection? We are X2 as nice, wrestling figure collecting, and all things wrestling. Wrestling fans, it's time to check out the Final Boss microphone playset. But before we get started, hit that subscribe button and start collecting with us. We're going to do a complete playset review today, and we're going to use our advanced metric system to give you a ranking score. The 5 metrics we'll be using in our advanced metric system are: 1, new in box. How does this set look in box? 2, loose opened out of the box. How does the playset look out of the box? 3, playability. How good is the playability of this figure set? 4, compatibility. How compatible is this figure set for your Knuckle Crunchers? We'll be checking it out with the ring and with the figures. And number 5, the wow factor. What kind of wow factor does this set bring to the table? Metric number 1, new in box. How does this playset look new in box? And the box looks pretty cool. Really all you can see here is the figure, the Rock there. Very nice. This is an exclusive Rock Knuckle Cruncher figure for this set. And it looks like a giant microphone here. You have the Knuckle Cruncher logo there. Final Boss microphone playset, unassembled. So there will be some assembly required. Transform it into that playset. We're going to rip it out of the box here momentarily, put it together for you, and review it. And of course, a really cool picture of the Rock here below the microphone. And then on the back, we get to see what it looks like out of the box here for you a little bit. You can see how it looks. And they go through the different types of action sequences you can do with this playset. So, and there is the bottom of the packaging as well. So, new in box, it looks pretty good. As far as keeping it in box for a collection, I'm not sure that's what we're going to do here. This is probably going to be one you're going to want to open up and play with for sure. But it looks pretty cool in the box. I'm going to give it kind of a standard score here of a 7 for new in box. Our second metric we use is loose open. How does it look out of the box? We're going to open this up and let you check it out. I went in through the top of the packaging. There's some tape. Cut all those pieces of tape, and this whole piece is going to slide out. We took the microphone playset out. You can see how the Rock is stored here, there. We also received our instructions that were down below the Rock figure here. We got our stickers to put on everything, so we'll get that all set up, and our accessories that comes with this playset. So we'll be getting all this stuff out for you to check out. I've set the microphone free. I wanted to show you this back part of the packaging here with that huge Final Boss Brahma Bull logo back there. You've got all the electricity, the lightning going on. Very cool backdrop here. The figure's still attached as of this moment. The Rock. But we have set the microphone free. Large microphone. Has a little bit of a small handle, but perfect for kids for sure. Huge foam mouthpiece there. It's not real foam, but the microphone part is huge, so that would be really cool if your child wants to cut promos at home. First set of instructions says to push the button and push the microphone up to open the playset. Have set the Final Boss Rock Knuckle Cruncher exclusive figure free, and we'll check him out here before we check out the playset. I have put all the stickers on, but you get the Rock, the Final Boss version. I'm not sure I like the smile here. If it's Final Boss, I don't know that I want to smile necessarily, but you got the cool Samoan graphic Brahma Bull shirt there with the Samoan tattoos there on the shoulder. Very nice. All black outfit. Knuckle Crunchers. If you first look at Knuckle Crunchers, you get this snap movement here on the shoulders. You do get some movement with the joints there on the legs. That's it, though. Not a ton of movement. The head does move a little bit, around 3 inches tall, but the Knuckle Crunchers, very cool play toys. 3 inches, great for kids, easy to take on the road. You could take this playset on the road as well with your ring and figures, and you're not taking a huge amount of space up while you transport these on a vacation or wherever. So the beauty of these, they're for kids, very playable, very durable. You can beat them up without them wearing out too quickly, and they're easy to transport. So I really like this figure. This is an exclusive Final Boss Rock exclusive to this play set. We did get an accessory bag, so we're going to take the accessories out here and show you what those are. Accessories in the bag, we have a camera here. Camera accessory, it comes in two pieces, the stem and the camera, so you can take that camera off and use for the figures as well. And then a breakable table, so we'll be checking that table out as well. Very cool table. And the third accessory was a microphone, so you get a WWE microphone for your Knuckle Cruncher figures. Very cool accessories. Okay, we have all the stickers on. Make sure you read the instructions to put the stickers on in the right spots. Take your time with the stickers too, so you don't mess them up. But very cool play set here. Check it out. This way to the arena. Then we have the SmackDown there on the side. We have our ice cold drink section that breaks through. We have our backstage truck entrance here, that metal truck entrance where you unload equipment. Then we have VIP door that swings open on the other side. You get WWE backstage and a Raw breakthrough plate. We'll be going through each of these sections here so you can check them out. I have a few friends join us here. Rey Mysterio, we have the Rock exclusive there. There is the SmackDown with that accessory breakthrough table. Let's go ahead and add the microphone in there to film this segment, right? So lots of playability going on with this playset. And you can set it up and play with the different sections of this playset depending on whether you're going to do SmackDown or Raw, right? So that's really cool. You can do both SmackDown and Raw. You have both of the logos there. Very cool, that breakaway table. We're going to be looking at each section. Start off with our This Way to the Arena section, which is on the front of the microphone there. It does have the brick stairs there, and you can set up your ring, and you can see how it goes with the ring here, which we'll check out during our compatibility section of the ranking part as well. Do have this steel cage section here where you can open and store accessories or slam your figure into the steel cage. We have the SmackDown section of the playset where The Rock can come out and Final Boss his SmackDown appearance. Get those goosebumps, Rock. Time for some refreshments backstage with the cold drink section. You got Cola, Sprite, Mr. Pepper, and Crash. Backstage entrance where they bring the equipment out of the trucks into the arena. And we'll go over the playability of all these sections too in our playability ranking category. We have the VIP access door section, very cool. Backstage door entrance, you never know who's going to show up on Raw. Can't have Raw without the Raw section and the Raw logo there, the latest Raw logo section here. The last section we're going to talk about is the microphone itself. You can use it here. You could use it to stand your figures here for an entrance type scene or a backstage promo. But the microphone comes off the top and it turns into a figure launcher. So you can launch your figures into action. Out of box ranking score, I'm going to give it a score of an 8. Might get a little bit of a higher score if it had the stickers already on it. But I'm going to give it a score of an 8. You do have to put the stickers on it. That's okay. But an overall score, how it looks, how does it look out of the box? Looks pretty cool. I think the kids are going to have a great time with this play set. Third metric is playability. What's the playability of this? We're going to go over the different sections playability quickly. I really like this backdrop here, the This Way to the Arena. You can set up your pre-match entrance. I think that's awesome. Very nice. Stage is a little bit lacking. It doesn't really want to go in or out too much. You kind of have to open it. I think it's primarily just used for a storage compartment, but it would be kind of a cool backdrop. You can slam Dominic Mysterio into the cage though. Bam! So you do have some playability there, but it doesn't have a ton of playability with that cage. SmackDown section is perfect for SmackDown backstage promos. The cold drink section. Now, if your wrestlers can't decide on what drink they want, or they just get in an argument, a family feud, you can go crashing through that section. Very cool. Garage door section can be used to bring your wrestlers into the arena or the equipment into the arena. Or you can also use it to flip your figure, set them here, and flip it up for some action. Let's get ready to fly with AJ Styles slamming through the VIP access door. Pretty cool action there. You can put your figures on and slam them through the door. Last section is the Raw section. If your backstage promos get too heated, somebody's in for trouble. No, man, I didn't lose to Gunther like you did. Bam! Crashing through the Raw backdrop. Ranking score for playability. This one's going to rank pretty high. My only complaint about this, and a little bit of a warning, you have to kind of detach this piece and let it kind of sit there loose in order to get the action on it. That's the only thing I just want to tell you. And that's okay. It will sit in there loose to where you can do the crash through sequence. But playability on this is very good. You have all these different sections. Very nice. You can do backstage. You can get ready for your promos on the way to the arena. You can crash. You can get a drink, crash through that. Very, very nice. I think there's lots of multi-use for this playset. And I'm going to give it a score of a 9 for playability. Fourth metric is compatibility. How does it look with the figures and other accessories in this figure line? And I think it's really pretty compatible. Of course, with the figures, it looks really good. I think it's very compatible with the figures. With the ring, I think the ring really should be a little bit taller. I think the ring needs to be just a little bit taller here. But I think it matches up pretty well overall with compatibility. Check out the launcher here to show the compatibility with the ring. The Rock's going airborne. First try, no good. The Rock is going airborne. Bam! Very nice. Final score for compatibility. It's highly compatible with your figures and your ring. I'm going to give it a score of a 9. But after playing with this and setting it up with the compatibility, I'm going to readjust a score. I've never done this before here on the channel. I'm going to go back to playability, and we're going up half a point. I'm readjusting my playability score to a 9.5. The playability on this set is phenomenal with that microphone launcher and all the crash-in stuff. This thing is awesome playability-wise. Fifth metric we use is the wow factor, and that takes into consideration all the other things. What was wowed about this? I wasn't overwhelmingly wowed with seeing it sitting on the shelf. I actually overlooked this piece, but make sure you check it out and don't just look for figures up in the air, but look down on the shelves for this playset. So I wasn't overwhelmed with seeing it new in box. Loose out of the box, it looks great, but the playability just ups the wow factor here to me. I'm going to give it a wow factor, a score of a 9 as well, because looking at it, not the greatest wow factor in the world. However, you have to factor in all these other things. And I think this has a great wow factor because there are not a ton of play sets. And I want to warn you, if you're thinking, well, I'll just wait for the next backstage play set. Folks, if you've not been collecting wrestling figures for a while, you need to know they do not release backstage play sets very often for the other figure lines. So this may be the only backstage figure set we get for our Knuckle Crunchers for the next 3, 4, 5 years. Who knows? The wrestling rings themselves are released more often. So yeah, you could wait and get your next Knuckle Cruncher wrestling ring next year. But you got to go ahead and grab this. Wow factor of 9. We're going to answer the question, is this a must-have, must-add playset for your collection? And the answer is absolutely. If you love Knuckle Crunchers, this is a must-have, must-add playset for your Knuckle Cruncher sets. For our final ranking score here on the Knuckle Cruncher Final Boss microphone playset. Total points scored 42.5. Nice job. Very good score there. And that comes out to an overall ranking score of an 8.5, an extremely high score. Highly recommended. And again, we answer that question. This is definitely a must-have, must-add playset for your Knuckle Cruncher collection. If you smell what the rock is cooking, hit that subscribe button and start collecting with us.